Hi everyone, today I'm here with another Mr. Organic recipe. This time it's for a risotto minestrone soup using their chickpea rice. To make this, first drizzle around 2 tablespoons of Mr. Organic's organic extra virgin olive oil into a large pan on a medium heat. Roughly chop 1 large white onion, then add that into the pan with the oil. Mince 2 cloves of garlic. Then add that to the pan too and just cook everything off until the onion becomes translucent. Next, add in a good tablespoon of the Mr. Organic Italian organic tomato puree, a teaspoon of dried basil and a half a teaspoon of paprika. Mix those through by stirring it all together well until the onion is well coated, and then continue to fry that off for a few more minutes. Next, roughly chop 2 sticks of celery, add that to the pan. Then peel and roughly finely chop 2 medium-sized carrots. Add this to the pan too, then also peel and cube a medium-sized potato. Add that to the pan along with a bay leaf. Then give everything in the pan a good stir through for around 8 minutes until the vegetables have softened slightly. Take a courgette, roughly chop that into cubes, then add that to the pan and just turn it through everything. Rinse and drain a tin of cannellini beans. You could also use haricot beans for this. Add that to the pan, then pour in 2 cans of Italian chopped tomatoes, 2 pints of vegetable stock, then season well with some sea salt and black pepper. Give everything a good stir through. Increase the heat to bring it up to a boil and then leave it on a gentle simmer for around 25 minutes. Take a separate smaller pan, fill it with a litre of boiling water and a good pinch of salt. Then take a box of the Mr. Organic chickpea rice. This is a delicious rice alternative. It's high in protein and it is just made from chickpea flour. Measure out 1 cup of the chickpea rice, then pour it into the pan and allow it to boil for around 11 minutes on a medium heat until al dente. After 11 minutes, remove it from the heat and just drain off any excess water. Then add the chickpea rice into the soup. Give it a good stir through and make sure it's well mixed in before then adding in a large handful of roughly torn fresh kale. You could use spinach instead. And then give it another final good stir through and leave it on a low heat just to wilt the kale down for another 5 minutes or so. You can then serve up the soup. This should serve around 4 to 6 people. It's also freezable if there are any leftovers. I think it's best garnished with a little vegan cheese finely grated over the top. This melts into the warm soup and gives it a little bit of creaminess as well as more flavour, and also a few basil leaves scattered over the top. The Mr. Organic chickpea rice is delicious. It has a little bit of a bite to it, so it's a lovely texture. And as I said, it's great for adding more protein into dishes. It works great in rice salads, for risottos, in stews, as a side for curries, but it works so well in the soup and goes so nicely with all of the different textures and flavours from the chunky vegetables, the beans and that rich and flavourful tomato sauce, which altogether makes this soup so hearty and comforting.